Straight from Indianapolis, Courtney K Meyers.
Hello everyone, how are you doing? My name is Courtney K Meyers, and growing up my childhood heroes were MacGyver and Mr. Rogers, because together they taught me to build a bong out of a sweater. Whenever I order a Big Mac, I always get a Diet Coke, because really, what goes better with obesity than cancer? And I absolutely hate ice skating, because it just feels like I'm competing with Jesus. I don't like that. Happy to be here. Stand-up comedy wasn't my first choice in careers. Actually, I waited tables for a really long time, and that is a hard job. I once had this customer, he came into my section, and he drank with me all day. Okay, and then at the end of the day, I gave him his check, and he's like, Courtney, I don't have any money to pay for this. And unfortunately, I can't leave you a tip. To make it up to you, I'm going to take you out to the alley after your shift, and I'm going to get you high. Sir, he was talking about a marijuana cigarette. Sounded like a terrible idea, so I went. We got down there, and the dude didn't have any weed. Yeah, so I ripped him. Always take care of your weight stuff, ladies and gentlemen. This is educational comedy from me to you. And for the record, I tipped him. Just saying. I thought about being a stripper before I started doing stand-up. I figure, like, I already have the daddy issues, like, why not throw in some go-go boots and a coke habit, right? But I had never actually been to a strip club before, so I show up for my audition, and there's nobody in the whole place except one dude with a colostomy bag. Gross, right? And I'm like, immediately questioning my future as a stripper, but I stayed, I stared, I watched. And he's throwing some dollars at some of the girls. And then Felicia pops onto the stage. And Felicia was about the size of a hippopotamus. To keep it sexy, she had on this mesh top that kind of made her look like bubble wrap. And after she spun around trying to rip the pole out of the ceiling a couple times, old man with the colostomy bag decided it was more entertaining to hold his piddle pouch and stare at the wall than to watch Felicia disrobe, popping on her little pudgy bubbles. And it was at that moment that I realized whatever it is that it takes to be a stripper, I don't have it. Or stand-up comedy it is. And this really is a great job. It's absolutely a wonderful gig. But there's a lot of traveling involved in stand-up comedy, and I travel alone everywhere I go. So I occasionally worry about things like rape. Especially after that last guy called the cops. That was so inconvenient. What a pansy. This may shock you, but I don't have the best of luck with the fellas. I was actually using an online dating site recently. I was using plentyoffish.com. Yeah, found out real quick, all the fish just want to get in the boat. Which is ridiculous to me because all the guys that use that site are either broke or old. So on Saturday nights I'm choosing from like Coupon Man or Viagra Guy. What am I going to do with a $5 footlong 2 sticks to eat? Delicious. I don't know. I was dating this guy for a while and he was amazing. He was homeless. Oh, you guys, he caught my eye the very first time he shook his cup at me. On our first date, we just rode the bus around town, sat in the back so we could judge people. Here's the thing, it didn't work out. He broke up with me because he said he could do better. Ridiculous, right? It's cool, though. I showed him. I kept his grocery cart. What? Do not play with me. I've never understood why relationships are so hard. My family tells me it's communication is the key. That's what I'm getting wrong. And I think that's crap because he talked all the time. He would just talk and talk and talk and talk. talking. Finally, I was just like, seriously, babe, there are so many better things you could be doing with your mouth right now. I think relationships should be easier than they are, though. I do think that, because I truly believe that men and women aren't that different, and I can prove it. Think about this. Women are really into chick flicks, right? And men are really into porn. At least everyone agrees that a great movie requires a box of Kleenex. I do miss having a boyfriend, though. It's my favorite joke, too, sir. Thank you. I do miss having a boyfriend, though. I really do, because we had these super sweet nicknames for each other. Like, he called me Turkey, because after a little hoo-ha, he just wanted to go to sleep. Sweet, isn't it? Yeah, and I called him Home Depot, because it was easier for me to do it myself. I like to have nicknames for all the people that I care about in my life. Like my sister, she's a real trashy broad, so I nicknamed her Curbside. She's got 2 illegitimate children. One of them's fat, the other one's gay, so I call them Hefty and Glad. Yeah, and my mom's got Parkinson's disease, so we call her Michael J. Fox. Oh, come on, Sugarfoot. Even if that hurt her feelings, she'd just shake it right off. Calm down. When I was a little girl, me, Ali, and Curbside, or Michael J. Fox and Curbside, we all lived in an all-black neighborhood. To the point that we were like 3 marshmallows just floating around in a cup of hot cocoa. Seriously, guys, every time we opened the front door, it looked like a chess match had gone terribly wrong. I didn't even know there were other white people in the world. I just thought I was some sort of pasty mistake. Here's the thing, I got into perspective growing up that way. Like, I noticed early on, poor black people sit on their porches a lot. Poor white people don't do that because trailers don't come with porches. Curbside lives in a porchless community. I like to call it the dumpster. I know. It's so good, though. Aw, you guys are silly. I don't know. This has been a lot of fun for me. I really thank you for watching and being here. That's awesome. I was in a super bad mood when I got here. I got up at 2:75, and there was this guy that cut me off. And on the back of his car, he had this bumper sticker that said, "What would Jesus do?" Well, like I said, like, he had just cut me off, right? So I'm ticked. I throw myself out of the window like, I feel much better now. Thank you very much for coming. I've been Courtney K Meyers.
Courtney K Meyers. Let's give it up one more time, okay? Courtney, you came to us from Indianapolis, is that right?
True that, yeah.
First show in Cincinnati?
Not my first show in Cincinnati,
Okay.
nope. Go Bananas Comedy Club. I guess that's Montgomery. So yeah, first one.
We claim Montgomery, so that's okay. That's okay. It's part of the Cincinnati family, so that's good. So where can we see you next?
Be in Louisville Comedy Caravan.
Wonderful.
And I run a website called indiestandup.com, so pretty much all of those shows listed on there.
So that was indiestandup.com, I-N-D-Y?
INDYSTANDUP.com.
Fantastic. Well, that was my next question. Can we find you anywhere else? You on Facebook? You on MySpace?
I'm everywhere. I have a YouTube channel, a Facebook page, and a Twitter page, all /CKM Comedy. Or my website is always the best way to go first. You can see what I've got going on. It's ckmcomedy.com.
Fantastic. We're going to run all those at the bottom of the screen. It's going to be right in this area, okay? So it's going to be like right here. Courtney K Meyers, thank you so much. It was an absolute pleasure, wasn't it?
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Courtney.